So I'm here at the National Hardware Show. I got Ralph, and Ralph, you're from Micro Jig.
Yep.
So we're looking for really cool products. We found something that I've never seen before, and it's a BladeClean. You opened it up, you showed it to me. It actually cleans blades, so show us what it is.
All right.
So our viewers can get an idea.
Very few woodworkers are going to actually dull a carbide blade if they use it properly. So what usually happens is the blade gets dirty, it starts to leave burn marks. They say, oh, it must be dull, it needs to be sharpened, and they send it out to be sharpened. The problem is it probably only needs to be cleaned. And when you sharpen it, you're not only paying for a sharpening you don't need, but your blade only has 4 to 6 sharpenings in it before it becomes too small to sharpen anymore. The BladeClean, we give you a magnetic handle that you can hold your blade with, and then inside we have a Scotch-Brite pad. It's a 3M Scotch-Brite cleaning pad, and the bottom of this well is sloped from the outside in. So whether it's a 12-inch blade, a 10-inch blade, or a 7 1/4, the slope means that you're cleaning the teeth, not the body of the blade. So we're working where we need to. You're going to fill this with the cleaner of your choice. I happen to like Simple Green and Water.
Yeah,
Formula 409 works, Fabuloso, but it doesn't have to be caustic and nasty. You can use any non-foaming detergent cleaner works very well. Regular water by itself works. You're going to drop the blade on here. There's a pin in the middle, and then we're going to turn it backwards relative to the saw blade 3 times. Then I'm going to take it out, break the magnetic hold, put it on the other side, drop it back in, turn it the other way. 3 turns. If you clean your blades regularly, that's a 30-second process. On a Saturday morning, I can pull the blade out of my saw, clean it, dry it, get it back in about 3 minutes. It's all about keeping it clean. It's all about you're going to save stock because you're not burning. Heat will kill the carbide faster than anything else. So if you're overheating it because you're burning your wood, you're going to ruin your blade. You're going to save money here because you're going to save money on the cleaning. You're going to save money on the blade that you have to buy to replace because you cleaned it more when you shouldn't have. When you're done, the liquid stays. You can lock this up. You don't have to pour it off and prep anything. Store it flat, but it won't evaporate. The other thing is, here in the top, we have a router well. So you can put your router bits in here. You're going to fill it with the same fluid. You can put your router bits into the foam block here, let them soak for a little while, and then we give you a scrub brush, but even better, we give you a set of these Scotch-Brite discs with the mandrel, put that in your moto tool, and now you can clean your blades while they're being held in the foam block, your router bits, and then put them back together. So all of this comes in a kit. It all stores by itself, to itself, and anytime you need to clean a blade or a bit in your shop, you're ready to do it. You can get it clean, get it out. Used to take me 20 minutes to do blades. Now it only takes 3.
3 minutes. So where can somebody find this product?
They can find it at microjig.com, our own website.
Microjig.
They can find it on Amazon. They can find it at Rockler, Woodcraft, and other retailers all across the nation. We've got about 200 retailers.
And how much is that going to cost?
Retail on that is $99.95.
$99.95. Cool. And it seems like, let me feel that thing. Oh, it's not very heavy. It feels like it's in like some industrial plastic.
Yep,
Does it
it's
feel
blow
like
molded.
So what is it?
It's called blow molding.
Blow molding.
The same way they make ice chests and things like that.
Yeah, so it seems like that can stay in your work truck or something. It's not going to break, not going to get crushed.
I've had mine in my shop in Florida, which is not air conditioned.
Right.
And I haven't lost any fluid. I lose more fluid from drying off the blade than I do from evaporation.
Cool. So there you have it, BladeClean. So would you use it or would you not? So here's another tool from Micro Jig, and I actually saw this tool and I'm like, I think there's several things I can use this for, and it's called the Fit Finder. Can you tell me what this thing does?
Yeah, it's
Ralph?
the Fit Finder half gauge, and there's a lot of things in woodworking that we do where you want to find the halfway point of your material, whether it's a half lap or a groove or something of that nature, tongue and grooves, whatever. As you move P2 here up and down, you'll notice that the P3 side is moving by half the dimension.
Right.
When I come in, I'm just going to put my part underneath P3 or P2, lock the knobs in the back, and P3 is now half of that dimension. And I could show you here, I've got 2 blocks of the same wood. So if I measure this one, that one's halfway. So it always gives me the halfway point. So if I'm turning, for example, I can drop this down onto a piece that I want to find the center of, and then I can transfer this over to here, mark the side with a knife, and that's the halfway point.
Right.
So I also use it for transferring dimensions. So if I want to cut a half lap, I'm going to come over here to the table saw, and then I can raise or lower the blade until it touches the underside of this part and set the depth.
Right.
I can do the same thing at the router table. Or if I've already got the depth set here and I want to match it at the router table, I can bring this over and transfer the dimension.
Yep. It's actually a pretty handy, pretty cool device. It's called the Fit Finder. So
Yep.
how much does that thing cost?
$34.95.
$34.95. Where can they find it?
Again, microjig.com,
Microjig.com.
Amazon, Rockler, Woodcraft.
Yeah, pretty cool device, very simple and easy to use. Find the centerpiece of a wood, quick and easy. So Ralph, we got another product here you're gonna show us, and one more product from Micro Jig. This is a new product, I was told.
Yep.
Something new, and why don't you demo it for us?
So this is what
audience.
we call our gripper to go. Our gripper product has been around for a long time, and this is very useful for and very popular with serious woodworkers, but for the contractor on the job site or the person who's just bought their first saw and they're just getting into it, it's a little bit much. So we came out with the gripper to go. This is a simple version. There's no moving parts. When you're going to cut, and I'm on the wrong side of the saw, but you'll see what I mean, the blade goes between the legs of the gripper. And so we're controlling both halves of the cut, the rip side and the off-fall side, and we're going to control that all the way through the cut. So we're not going to allow the parts to rub against the blade, which is a potential kickback and gives you burn marks and things like that. Your hand is also well above the blade. So this is protecting you against the bits and blades that want to bite your fingers. One of the cool things about this is the way it's designed, you'll notice there's an offset here. So right now the blade is going to go under my gripper to go, but if I change the setting a little bit, now it would hit one of the legs. Well, all I have to do is reverse it 180 degrees and it won't, the legs are offset, it won't cut. But here we take it one step further. We give you a sticker that comes inside the package that goes onto your rip fence scale, and it's color coded. So at a 1/2 inch cut, the color underneath my cursor is green. As long as the green here is facing me, I won't cut my part, or I won't cut my tool. If I go to 1 inch, I would cut it here, but that's orange, so I'm going to turn this around until the orange is facing me, and now I won't cut. As long as you note the color here and make it face you, you'll never cut into your gripper to go by accident. So it goes right over your existing
Right.
rip fence scale, and you can read right through it. It doesn't interfere with the use, it augments it.
Pretty
And
cool.
again, contractors on the job site like this because it's easy to use and they don't have to worry about it walking off the job site.
So this is called the
Gripper to go.
Gripper to go, right here. So how much does the gripper to go cost, Ralph?
$29.95.
$29.95, and they can find it at microjig.com.
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 Most online woodworking retailers, certainly at
Woodcraft?
Woodcraft, Rockler, Hartville Hardware, wherever they like to buy their tools.